Welcome, fucking A. Welcome, everybody. This is another episode of Lucas and Moe Vs The World. It's your boy Moe. Hopefully you enjoy this one.
Welcome back, knuckleheads. Today on Lou and Moe Vs The World, we're going to go into the Jurassic World 2 trailer.
Yes.
Top 3 Christmas songs of all time. First looks at Aquaman and the new SpiderMan animated film. But first, we're going to start off with the news of J.J. Abrams and Quentin Tarantino getting together.
J.J. Abrams. No ham.
That's Abrams?
Yeah, you said Abrams.
Abrams. Get together for a new Star Trek movie.
Oh,
so, Mo,
man.
What do you think about this?
Motherfucker. Yes. We're going to get our first...
Is that where we're going to get our first motherfucker?
Yes. We're going to get our first motherfucker in Star Trek ever. I also read somewhere that Jean-Luc Picard, what's his name? You know, Patrick Stewart. Yeah, Patrick Stewart might be coming back. Yo. Yep. I think we should get Patrick Stewart. Sam Jackson needs to be in this one for... I don't care what he's doing. He just has to be there to say motherfucker one time and to yell at someone.
Just because of Quentin Tarantino?
Yes. I think you could even bring back Cisco in this one and just have him punch people and fight people. Like if Tarantino gets this and does this, right? I think Sam Jackson should come back and play Cisco. I don't know if you know Cisco. Cisco is from was it Deep Space Nine? Yes, Deep Space Nine. He was the first black Star Trek captain.
Oh, the black guy.
Yes, the black guy.
I'm very racist. That's the only reason I know him. That's the black guy.
Yes, he was also the hardest. Well, before Lorca on Star Trek on the new Star Trek Discovery, he was the hardest Star Trek captain. Like he did not like Riker. You probably don't care, you know who that is, but he did not like Riker. And if Quentin Tarantino does this, I think we might hear our first N word in Star Trek forever.
I don't believe. I know there's rumors that this will be an R-rated Star Trek. I doubt that seriously.
I know.
I strongly doubt we'll hear it. I know we're not going to hear a nigger in here. I don't care what happens. We're not in the nigger.
Motherfucker, what?
I know tired. Because when the news first came out and they said that J.J. Abrams and Quentin Tarantino had opened up a writing room to write this movie, I was like, okay, that's so dope. And then when the news came out that Quentin wants to direct this movie, that's when I was like, okay, this is going to... Because people have been for years trying to get Quentin Tarantino to direct a big budget film.
Right.
And he's always said it never could work because between studio interference and storylines, he didn't know if it could work well.
Right.
I think Star Trek is the perfect universe for someone like Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
It's going to be talky, which is cool because I don't believe that Star Trek should be action-packed.
Yes, Star Trek
does not work action-packed.
Yes.
It's not Star Wars.
Yes.
It does not need to be action-packed. It needs to be a thinking man's movie with action in it. Quentin Tarantino is a thinking man's director that put action in his movies. You're going to get some closer to the style of a Kill Bill or maybe The Rock. You all out there that don't know, wrote The Rock. So it'll be more like that in its tone, because I think that's what Quentin can do when he steps out of the box of his movies. I think it's a big difference between you seeing Quentin Tarantino's original films and what he would do with a film like Star Trek.
Yes.
And that's what makes me interested because he's one of the best directors we have.
Right.
Only.
Yeah.
He could be top 3 writer-directors going now. Or of all time.
Yes.
So for him to come in and say, I want to get into this universe and I'm interested because I have an idea and a team up with J.J. Abrams, who I think can help shape his idea around this universe, it'd be something dope.
You know what? I did start this off a little rough when I said motherfucker what, but I really like the idea of Quentin Tarantino because I think we saw the last 3 ones and you know, if for you guys, whatever you think about a Star Trek movie, in the last 3 Star Trek movies were awesome. I really liked the first one. You know, with I enjoyed how, you know, they reopened the whole Star Trek universe with the Kelvin universe. I like what they did and I like the concept and the idea for Into Darkness. I just thought, you know, maybe the execution was a little off. I can imagine if Quentin Tarantino was in Into Darkness and he touched it, I see Into Darkness would have been a little better than what it is. I think he does have ideas, like you said, but, you know, with J.J. Abrams and him, you know, you need for this kind of Star Trek movie, for this kind of movie, I think you kind of do need J.J. Abrams in there in the writer's room to help kind of tone, because I can see him going out there with his, but you kind of need someone to bring it back into the Star Trek universe. So I think it could work. I think it could work marvelously. And if Patrick Stewart comes back, I think you have a winner on your hands. You know, I just think you could win so hard on this. So I'm excited to see where he has this going. I'm excited to see what kind of ideas he has for the universe. I'm just all over excited. Like I said, if it's R-rated and if it's a real Quentin Tarantino movie, and if Sam Jackson isn't in there saying motherfucker what and shut up.
God damn it. You know what? Sam will probably be in this movie. I can see Sam being in this movie because he's in everything that Quentin makes.
Yes.
So I think it's more interesting that Quentin and JJ got the writing room together.
Yes.
But it's a great chance that Quentin won't be the person writing the movie.
Right.
I think it would be like right now, I think they said Mark Smith. Well, you all don't know Mark Smith. He wrote The Revenant.
Yes.
He is the front runner to be the guy who's going to write this movie. Mm-hmm. And you take ideas from JJ, ideas from Quentin, you formulate a script, both of them two agree on this is the direction they should go.
Yeah.
And then Quentin directs it, and you could get
gold in this. So
this is the way you relaunch the Star Trek universe.
Yes. And
make it more relevant after Beyond.
Beyond was
a really good movie, really, really good movie.
Yeah.
That just didn't connect with people the way they wanted it to.
And I think it didn't because the whole thing with Into Darkness and a lot of people just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, they checked out after Into Darkness. That whole Khan storyline of Into Darkness was kind of different.
I also think it's the thing with what the problem with Into Darkness was when you took about 4 or 5 years after the first Star Trek movie, which everyone was like, oh my God, Star Trek. And you took that long and you gave us that. And so even though you gave us kind of like Beyond, right back to back, I think it's something where people were like, yeah, I don't know, and it's whatever. But hey, I really liked Star Trek Beyond though. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought the themes were,
it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was good. But like you said, Star Trek is a thinking man's movie. It's a thinking man's property.
Exactly.
It's you have to have the exploration, which I think Quentin can do exploration really well. If you watch a lot of his movies are westerns, are western themed. And I think that could really work for Star Trek.
God, it could work. The themes of westerns and space operas are almost identical to each other.
Yes. So,
and those conflicts, it just builds the characters better. Yeah, the characters are better built in westerns. So that's where that mixture that can work really well.
So I'm really excited for it. So first looks, I want to go into the first looks because this is something that next year we have. This is something where Hollywood or a lot of big movies are starting to do now, where our movie doesn't come out till the end of the year next year, but we're going to start showing you pictures or showing you, teasers from our movie. So this is a segment I wanted to do. So this is our first look segment, and there's 2 movies that I want to talk about. Aquaman, we got a really dope still from it. Jason Momoa looking really badass, and SpiderMan Into the Spiderverse. The Miles Morales Spider-Man Sony animated movie that's coming out next year, and I was floored by that teaser. I mean, they had Spider-Man in some ones, and I was just like, "Yo!" I couldn't take myself. But what do you think about those looks? The first looks of those 2 movies, and you could talk about them individually, but you could talk about them together. But they do come out not too far from each other. What do you think? They
both come out about 2 weeks apart from each other.
Okay.
Next year. But Aquaman's first look was, dude.
Yo.
I don't know if this nigga got bigger from Justice League or something, but every time you see him, you're just like, dude, this is a badass Aquaman. And I know it was just a quick still, but the still was so dope. And it really, again, I think Warner Brothers is going to do a great job of this pivot that they're going to give you from Justice League. And this is going to be part of it. I think the director of Shazam is part of it, and eventually the stuff of Wonder Woman 2 is going to be part of it. But everything is going to kick off with James Wan and Aquaman, and I'm really looking forward to it because of James Wan and what he does as what he can do as a director with a property like this. And then when you hear the stories that came out, that people that didn't know that DC offered him either Aquaman or Flash. He turned down Flash to do Aquaman.
Right.
Like, I think when someone does that, it becomes their passion project.
Yes.
And I think along with this first look, it really got me hyped to see Aquaman. Right. Now, this Into the Spiderverse trailer was fucking amazing. Like, this is the first. Hopefully, let me just say that. Hopefully, they can make up for the shit that was Homecoming, which is Disney presents Spider-Man in High School Musical 4. That's what the fuck it felt like watching Homecoming.
Right.
But this one is so dope. The trailer was so dope. At times when I looked at the trailer, I had to remind myself I'm looking at an animated movie.
Bro.
When he's standing by the train tracks and the train goes past him, that shit looks so good. So fucking good. Like this is so dope for Sony to do this, and people out there who thinking that Sony's only doing this because they need to make money off of Spider-Man. Let's break down the true facts of this. They made all the money for
Homecoming.
They made all the money off of it. That's what they do. But also, all of us don't know and wonder why Miles Morales is not in a live-action Spider-Man. It's because in Sony's deal with Marvel, Spider-Man has to be white, male, and straight. And they can't change it no matter what.
Right.
So the only way to change it for the other versions of Spider-Man that may not be those three that they own the rights to is by doing it animated. Because they can't say anything about the animated ones. They can only say something about the live action Spider-Man.
Right.
Have to be white, male, and straight.
Right.
So I think this was a dope way for them to transition to a different Spider-Man, to a different type of film. And I think this is going to be so dope to come out during that Christmas season.
Yes.
Because one, animated films play extremely well during Christmas. And you just decided to do an animated Spider-Man during Christmas. Following the same year that you're doing your Venom movie. It comes out in October.
Bro.
You're following it up with Spider-Man in December. It is a hell of a plan by Sony. To say, we don't necessarily need to do a solo Spider-Man movie that going to rival Homecoming. We don't need that. So Homecoming movies are always going to make us the money. But we're going to expand the Spider-Man universe while not expanding the actual universe. Because if you think it's going to be connected like everything else, I'm not sure if that's Sony's plan.
I don't think
Sony's plan is to use the properties they have and make multiple movies off of it. All this shit don't need to be connected. That's Marvel. Marvel wants everything connected.
Yes.
Everybody else will tell you all this shit does not have to be connected.
No,
if I get a great standalone Venom movie and I get a great standalone animated Spider-Man movie, guess what? I'm good. That's all I need.
Right.
Well, fuck if all of this shit is connected.
Right.
And I think that's where they're going with it. And I think this trailer with him in ones, with him jumping off, that fucking drop they showed of him.
Bro, come on.
And the way they panned it that was the sickest drop I've seen in any Spider-Man movie. I said, dude, that is so fucking dope.
And there's been, 6 live action movies. No, with the exception of maybe the first 2 Tobey Maguire movies, no other Spider-Man movies has had drops looking like that. Homecoming didn't even have him do a sick drop, which is something Spider-Man should do. You know? Look, let me talk about Aquaman first. And you remember when we were doing that Man of Steel thing for Sam with, and someone was like, "Look at Henry's pecs, bruh." When you remember, no, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna go into that, but he looked great.
You will not bring up his pecs in this podcast,
bruh.
You can, Jason. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. No, pause. All of it. I'm gonna say pause before I say it. Like his body looked really good. Pause. Really good. Really.
Anyway, so let's move on. You remember when Zack Snyder released that Unite the Seven picture for, was it Dawn of Justice? Yes. This picture right now shits on that picture on so many levels.
Info.
On so many levels. And this one just looks, it's a shot of him walking through a factory. His face looks mean. He looks lean. He's just like, and then he had those leather cuffs, not the gold ones from that. Again, which is a problem I had with his costume in Justice League, was like, you showed us that sick, that sick half thing. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking this is what he's going to be wearing, but you guys decided to go somewhere else. Jason Momoa looks like, you remember the Justice League cartoons from back in the day where Aquaman like cut his arm off and put the hook? Jason Momoa embodies that Aquaman. Will we get that at any point in his run as Aquaman? Maybe, maybe not, but he looks so sick and I am so excited. And you know what? This is the first time I heard about James Wan turning down The Flash to do Aquaman, because I think with what he does so well with the horror elements, I think he could bring that into Atlantis. He could do so well with this and make you forget about Aquaman and Justice League. And if he does it just like that, and look, like you said, the whole pivot and everything, Justice League happened, fine. I am looking forward to Aquaman. And again, that's the only DC movie coming out next year. I don't really care. With that first look, I'm okay to look forward to what comes out for Aquaman. I think it's going to be so good. I think he's going to just blow it out. He's going to do so well with that project. Look, man, I don't know. But you know what? I'm excited about Aquaman. And again, he looks really great in that. Let's move on to Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse. There's a line in at the end of the trailer before they cut it off. He goes, "So, are we the only ones, or how many of us are there?" It's something about asking. Again, the movie says Into the Spiderverse.
How many of us are?
Thank you.
How many of us are there?
Yes. So that means, so what Sony has done is kind of like shit on what Marvel has done in Homecoming and tell you that, okay, yes, this is a different version of Spider-Man, but they're more. There's Spider-Gwen, there's just all these other Spider-Man, and so with Miles Morales, I think where you said we may not be getting a connected universe, we may, in terms of if this works out really well, they might decide to maybe pull another Spider-Man into the they might expand the Spideyverse in a funny, the animated Spideyverse. They don't have to do live action movies. They don't have to do a live action Spider-Man, because you already have Tom Holland out there. But if you do this really well, again, with what I saw in that trailer, with the way the action looked, again, with that drop and him jumping off the building, and he jumped off the building with so much force that he shattered the glass. Like, come on. They showed you Spider-Man with powers. I'm excited.
I don't know much about Miles Morales. I just realized who he was all of 4 months ago. But this has me like, okay, this can be a great movie. And that trailer was awesome. Again, Philip Lord, Chris Miller. For all who don't know, they are the producers behind this movie.
Yes.
Like, they are the writers behind this movie.
This could be good for them.
So when push comes to shove, you're going to get a great film.
Yes.
You're going to get a great film. They don't do bad films when they're together, especially in animated section.
Yes.
They are pretty good at it.
Lego movies.
I'm looking for something great out of this movie at this point. Mm-hmm. And I think Sony knocked it out the box, because that fucking trailer was amazing.
It's like, man,
I've not seen a trailer that good in a while.
No, you're right. It looked so good. And you know what's funny? We are going to talk about a trailer on this show. But no, seriously, it looked so good. It looked so decent. Again, with Miles, and we saw Peter Parker. So that means what Sony has done is tell you, yes.
You saw Peter Parker's grave.
Yes. So
you saw Peter Parker's grave, Peter Parker's dead.
Because yes, in Miles Morales' universe, Peter Parker is dead. So they have told you, fuck Marvel in a way. Fuck Marvel.
Not fuck Marvel, because Homecoming is still their movie.
Yes.
What they're showing you is that it's more to Spider-Man than Peter Parker.
Yes. And I think
could be an acknowledgement that necessarily that Homecoming movie, as Mo pointed out to me, a bunch of blurbs. Am I saying that right, Mo?
Blurs, yeah.
Blurs who are offended by Homecoming, because they will say, "Oh, that's Miles Morales. That's not Peter Parker."
Right.
And in this one, Sony's like, "Great. Now that you know that, here's the Miles Morales movie.
Right.
It's going to be very interesting.
And
very interesting the way they do this.
One person of note that was really excited about this trailer was Brian Michael Bendis. This is the creator of this is the guy who created Miles Morales and created, his Spider-Man universe. He took a risk when he killed Peter Parker to create the Ultimate Spider-Man, which is Miles Morales. He took a risk, but he did so well with Miles. He made Miles such a cultural phenomenon that at some point, some people wanted Miles Morales over Peter Parker for the next Spider-Man movie. And that's why a lot of people were offended when they saw a character, Ned, which is a character likened to a Miles Morales character. When they saw that, people were like, no, you're giving Peter Parker Miles Morales' story now. People were offended. But Sony has said, okay, we hear you. We heard you. Take this movie and enjoy it.
We have access to the rest of these characters that we can't do live action because of restrictions from Marvel.
Yes.
Well, we can still give you a Miles Morales film. It's just going to have to be animated instead.
And you guys are going to love it.
And that's what they did.
And you guys are going to love it.
I mean, for people that don't understand that this movie has been planned for 3 years?
Yes.
Like, this technically has been planned longer than Homecoming was planned.
Yes, because Homecoming was the thing that just happened when they got the rights a little bit to Spider-Man.
Yeah, when they decided to team up with Marvel, last year?
Yes.
Or in the middle of the year before that, like 2015-16, when they teamed up with Marvel?
Yeah.
This was planned in 2014. This was a film they always wanted to do because they can use the rest of the Spider-Man characters that they can't put in live action.
Yes.
And that's why it's called Into the Spider-Verse.
Yo, I'm excited about it.
Kids, I'm gonna get a little, again, I know like Mo lets his black flag fly for... No. I'm talking about your black flag. That's different. He lets his black flag fly for Catman. It comes out next February.
Black Panther.
Don't fuck about Catman. I care about Catman. I only care about this movie because when I saw it, and then when they did a reveal for a lot of kids who will not know this guy is Spider-Man and it's a black kid is Spider-Man.
Bruh.
Dude.
Like, he pulled the mask
off. A lot of black kids.
Like, yes.
There's going to be a lot of black kids who are going to be really happy about that.
We know each other.
It's always awesome to see. Yeah, exactly. It's always good to see a kid that looks like you play a character like this. And they're gonna love it. And this could be a Black Christmas movie.
Dead ass. Look, and they had him in ones. Let's talk about the fact that they put my man in ones, bro. Like, yo. I saw that.
They know their audience.
Yes. I mean, and I think it's Shamik Moore from Dope. He's going to be playing Miles. So, yeah, he probably, maybe he had an influence on what the character should wear. But seriously, they put the man in ones. Some basketball shorts, a hoodie. I was like, oh.
He's like an urban Spider-Man. He would be like Peter Parker. Yeah. He's a kid who happens to have Spider-Man powers. I should get a mask anywhere. I can't just get suits built. Like, come on. We throw these ones on. These are Nike shorts. And we call them show them Save the World.
Yo, they know their audience because young. Those shoes had me like I saw the shoes and I was like, this is already a great movie, period. But I saw the rest of the
he was climbing up the glass and I saw the Jones. I said, oh, well,
those ones?
What? He got on? Hey, man, what the fuck did the Spider-Man? Why he got on ones? And then you see that sick ass drop.
Yo.
And he like, dude, that drop is one of the, again, we're gonna talk about another trailer later on, which I fucking loved. But when I saw that drop in this one, I said,
and the way the camera panned around the drop, because he dropped head first and then they went upside down. And then
there's no telling how much someone on this movie.
Bro.
I'm waiting for the details to come out. This may be animated, but this is about a $60 to $80 million animated film.
And it looks like they spent all the money in the right places. It looks so good.
They got the right people behind it with Phil and Chris. Like they took their time with this one and they put the right people behind it.
Right.
They put the right people behind the Venom movie.
Right.
Like,
right.
This is new Sony. This ain't Spider-Man 3 Sony, because all of those people are gone. People that don't know the transition that happened at Sony. I think this is going to be a great animated movie, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Now, speaking of knowing their audiences, hey Mo.
Yo, what up?
our category of the best, our best, personal best 3 Christmas songs of all time. And I say it going into our audience because clearly, from what I know already, Mo doesn't know much about our audience. And I'm only saying that based off of our conversation 2 shows ago about Grammy nominations and what Mo said about our audience then. And then he picks the songs he about to tell you for his Christmas list. Boy, it's the biggest contradiction.
Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I don't like Christmas songs. I don't like a lot of Christmas songs. Like it's a thing where
he ain't listening to the right type of Christmas songs.
All right, let me just go ahead and give you my 3 real quick because so we can get it. We can get this over with. So you guys can judge me if you want. I don't care. You already know from 2 shows ago. I don't care about your opinions on what I say on this show. But anyways, I will give you my 3. All I Want for Christmas. Mariah Carey. I think that is just the you know. Anyway, so All I Want for Christmas. Jingle Bell Rock. I love Jingle Bell Rock. And I'm not gonna say This Christmas because if I said This Christmas, that would be ultimate. Like, yo, you are a contradiction. But
because if you better not say This Christmas, after you just name those 2 other songs. But go ahead if you wanted This Christmas. Hey Mo, if This Christmas makes you feel that way, as long as you don't say the Chris Brown version,
if it is This Christmas, it's not the Chris Brown version. It's definitely not the Chris Brown, but it's the original This Christmas. I think that really resonates with me, to be honest. You know, but there is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is in there somewhere. You know what? Actually, let me do this again. All I Want for Christmas, Jingle Bell Rock, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Which Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
The original one. The only one. The original. The one that sounds like. The one that sounds like it came from the animatronic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
The original one. Okay.
Ooh. Matter of fact, thank you. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer is in there too. You know what? So let's take out.
You know what? You done named 4. You done named 4. No, you done named 4. Go ahead and name your 5, Mo. You done named 4.
All right. That's it. That's all I got.
You only got 4? You don't have 5?
Sure. So now I got to do 5? Christmas? So yeah, then we can bring back the original. Then we can bring back the original This Christmas. Yeah, and we're good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Please explain why our audience, with those being your Christmas songs, didn't want to hear about the rock and the country category and the country music and the Grammy things that we talked about. Because I don't know who the hell else is listening to those songs that you just picked. God damn.
I'm not doing this. How about you just give us your list and we move on?
Okay. I'm gonna try to get this in order. Number 5, Merry Christmas, Baby, by Otis Redding.
Okay.
Dope ass song.
Yeah.
Number 4, Santa Claus is Coming to Town by the Jackson 5. Number 4, Jesus. And then number 3 would be Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto by James Brown. If you haven't heard it, it's an awesome song. Number 2 is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. And number 1 is Silent Night by the Temptations.
Dude, you just named all the Black Christmas movies. All the Black Christmas movies. You might have well just said This Christmas by Chris Brown.
Those are the great Christmas songs. If you ain't heard Silent Night by the Temptations, if you ain't heard I Saw Mommy Kissing, like all the jokes is great.
No, that's cool. That's
James Brown, Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. I play that joke. I play that any time of the year. Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. You damn right I named the Black Christmas songs.
No, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. I appreciate your list because the Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Was it Santa Claus is Coming to Town or I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus? Yeah, so both of them. Yeah, both by the Jackson 5. Are dope as fuck. Those are like the if you aren't in your house, I think that is almost as that is so Christmas as the what's the wedding song that every black person plays? You make me happy. Dun, dun,
you said that's a wedding song?
Oh, that's a party song. My bad. That's the black party. If you go to any black party, and you don't hear that song.
Don't let me go, man. Are you crazy?
Yes, you're at the wrong. My bad. Don't let me go. That's like you're at the wrong Black Party. But yeah, no. That's the same level that song is.
Hey, and I left out Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Which one?
My version would have been the Temptations version. I don't know the random. I'm picking the Temptations version.
You don't know the original version? You know when
I know it. I just refuse to listen to it because the Temptations version is better.
But I see now why. I now see why you came at me for saying, the Oscar thing with, oh, you like those songs? And you are telling our audience, what?
Let's be realistic here. You pick the widest list of Christmas songs possible. You literally said, when you said Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, she's like, that's the song Black people play. No Black people play that song. None of us. Damn it. We didn't acknowledge that Mariah Carey was black until 98. So no, we're not playing that song, man.
Wow. That was fun. That's our Christmas songs list. Hey, let us know what yours are down in the comment section below. Hey, but for real, that is Christmas. I mean, it is the season. It is the holiday. So whatever song you listen to, which way you listen to these songs, just listen to it with family and share the spirit with your family. That's the message I got for you on this. But anyways, moving to the last topic of the day, Jurassic World 2. For whatever you might say, you might disagree. You might, because I think 3 shows ago, Lucas said his biggest movie of the year is Jurassic World 2. I know people that argue with Lucas to the dying breath that it's not going to be the biggest movie of 2008. Whichever way you might say it, because again, Avengers Infinity War dropped and it blew up to like maybe 50 million views in like the 2 days. Whichever way you might see it, I actually thoroughly enjoyed the Jurassic World trailer over the Avengers trailer. Because Jurassic World just looked so good. They're going back to animatronics, bro. Fucking animatronics. So there's gonna be a lot of practical effects. You're not getting a lot of CG, which is so when you're watching that trailer and you see the dinosaurs, dinosaurs coming up on them, and you see how realistic it looks, that had me shook. That's me. What did you think about it, Lucas?
I fucking love this trailer.
Yes.
From the way it starts with was that I Only Have Eyes for You that was playing at the beginning of it?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. When they're just talking in a restaurant to each other.
Yes.
Man. And the way they pulled back Blue, you knew how connected Chris Pratt character was to Blue in the first movie.
Yes.
And they bring it back like, we gotta go back and get the dinosaurs before this island explodes.
Yep.
And Blue is there and you raised her from a baby. Like, dude, that whole setup. And then when you get to the dinosaurs and you see everything, man, the moment you hear T-Rex in the trailer,
yes,
that's Jurassic Park to me. That's everything I love about Jurassic Park is the moment you hear that sound.
Yes. You know what I love?
Again, with animatronics, bringing that back, so dope, because everything is so CGI for so many people. And for them to say, no, we're going to bring it back a little bit to the way we did it before, and just layer it better with CGI instead of doing
full CGI. Bro.
That's so dope.
Bro, I'm looking so forward to this movie. You have Steven Spielberg directing this. Producing this one. I mean, look, you have Jeff Goldblum back in this, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, the voiceover he gives in this movie is so powerful.
It was so good. Like, it was,
when they talk about should we save, and then for animal rights activists, that whole line he did resonates with them. Yes. Should we save these animals?
Yes. Are they?
Oh man!
Like, look. At the end of the day, you can say what you want about next year's crop of movies, Infinity Wars versus
the trailer when everything is falling in the water and they fall, and then you see the bodies of the
dinosaurs in the water with them. It's like,
that shit is so dope.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this: whichever way you feel about 2018 and the crop of movies and where these movies fall into each other, I think we might be looking at a really big movie next. You know what? I told you guys, Avengers is my top movie, but I think, man, after looking at this trailer or looking at the featurette before the trailer came out, they came out with a featurette the day before, right? bro.
They for the whole week for their marketing campaign for the release of this trailer was amazing. They released 10-second clips for a week, and then did a little featurette about the trailer being released, which was straight comedy with Chris Pratt and
the little Vine magician.
And it was perfect.
It was perfect. It was.
Oh my god, it was perfect.
It was so good. Like all I'm saying is, Chris Pratt is a lucky son of a bitch, man. Because next year to have two of the biggest movies coming out, hey man, like you're gonna be a household name for a minute.
And the point that it looks like Jurassic World, way more than Marvel can do or will do. Jurassic World is going to put him as the focal point of everything. Right. So, in a way, what they're going to do is make whatever he does in Infinity Wars look like the prelude to him starring in Jurassic World.
Again.
Because he's not going to be starring in Infinity Wars. He can't.
He's going to be, because
Robert he's Downey going to be in it. Yeah. The point you move that star power to Jurassic World, which I think the little clip they did with him, I think they're going to do more stuff like that with him. Right. And playing on a comedy angle more, because Jurassic World is not going to be like a lighthearted film.
No, it's
as they said, as the director said, and the producer said, this has the horror elements. And Jurassic World. Here.
Yes, so you're taking it back all the way to because what makes it great that they're gonna do horror elements in this is because the trailer didn't show you none of that. The trailer showed you big bangs and explosions and should we save the dinosaurs, and it showed you the T-Rex, because remember, if you watched Jurassic World, the first one, the T-Rex was the good guy. Yeah. So
and we had to wait all the way to the end to see the T-Rex.
Yes,
but not in this one. They
they made their mistake.
I didn't know what T-Rex is.
Yeah, at this point, the T-Rex is going to be just as big in this movie as T-Rex should be in any Jurassic Park. Like in the T-Rex,
and it had Connosauruses. For people that don't know much about dinosaurs, a Connosaurus is like one of the only few dinosaurs they never showed in other Jurassic Park films.
Right.
That's the dinosaur that the T-Rex attacks in a trailer.
Yes.
They don't really show that they've never really showed them in any of the other films. But to put them in this film because they're more violent than raptors are.
Right.
That's going to be dope.
I mean, again, also you kind of did need something for T-Rex to fight because the T-Rex fought, that hybrid dinosaur from, in Jurassic World 1, and then the T-Rex is fighting this. Look, I don't care. I am excited for this movie.
Because I don't think this is going to be fully making it where the humans are running from the dinosaurs. These are humans going to save dinosaurs. This is a rescue mission. Pretty sure there's going to be some dinosaurs that's going to try to eat the humans because they're meat.
I mean, because it's
I think in the end it's a rescue mission, so it's way more about them trying to rescue these dinosaurs than the dinosaurs trying to eat and kill them the whole time.
Right, which is an interesting concept, and I think it should be really good. I think I'm super excited for this. First of all,
they knocked it out the park with this trailer.
I'm sorry, again, I said it, because it's funny because I did a reaction to the Avengers Infinity War trailer, and so when I was doing my reaction, it was the first time I saw it. So I was watching and I was like, is this it? I was like, so this is what they've been waiting 10 years for? This is really it. Again, maybe
Bruce Willis. They waited 10 years for Bruce Willis.
Bro. Like look, man, I don't know. I just looked at it like, okay. I mean, the most exciting part of the Avengers Infinity War trailer to me was Iron Man getting stolen his chest so hard that he looked limp as soon as he got hit. That was the part where I was like, yes. And then after that, again, it was just like, oh, okay. So we're talking. Fine. What's next? I mean, it's a good.
This Jurassic World trailer. This
had me excited. I can't wait to talk about it on this show.
This is why I said the Jurassic World will be the biggest movie of next year.
Right.
They all set this movie up. Universal is about to go into their early marketing push, which they do with their movies better than anyone else, and they're gonna lay this out perfectly for you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that little trailer with the vine with the vine magician, where he rips the screen off,
the trailer.
And he rolls it into a poster, and then he makes Chris Pratt's phone a flashlight, and then the one guy that went into the bathroom, and they're like, "Don't go into the bathroom. That's like the worst place to go into."
No, we say, I gotta go. And you think he meant go out the building?
No, but he
go
meant
to the bathroom. He said, well, and for people that don't know, when Chris Pratt says that line, well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yes,
that's the line that Sam Neill said in the first Jurassic Park.
Like,
so
dude,
they played that perfectly.
I mean, that whole featurette to me was so much fun. I enjoyed looking at it. I was like, "This is."
You're gonna tell us the whole time the cat was the one who was making the noises and messed up the computer screen, and then you see the little raptor come and take him out. At the
end, I was like, "Yo, this is so funny and so good." But again, people, I think, to be honest, I think people are gonna be like, "Oh, Marvel, I don't care what anyone says, Infinity War." But let's be real, Infinity War trailer was not that great. If we're gonna talk about it in reality. It was a very okay, very good to okay to good trailer. But this is where you get in, again, the whole marketing push, like you said, every day they've been talking about something or showing you something. It's like what Justice League did.
They built up that trailer like they was releasing a film.
Yes, it's like what Justice League did. Remember when they dropped, Aquaman the first day and Wonder Woman, and then they did the whole trailer at the end of it, and then they showed the trailer, I think, on a Saturday. Every day they were giving you, for every day of the week, they gave you one Justice League member, Flash, Aquaman, Batman, Cyborg, and then they showed you the full trailer. I think that's what made the Justice League trailer exciting, to be honest.
And that's what they did here. They built it up perfectly going into the trailer.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think we're here to disparage any of the trailers. I mean, we've seen 2 trailers this week, Jurassic World and then the Miles Morales teaser.
Those 2 trailers right now are,
in my opinion,
possibly the 2 best trailers I've seen for 2018 so far.
Yes.
That's not saying much because we still have, but the New Mutants trailer was also awesome.
Oh my God. We don't need no.
Yeah. Catman trailer was pretty good up until they showed him fighting another Catman. So I mean, some of the trailers for 2018 have been great. Again, like Mo said, and Infinity Wars 1, I was like, okay. So
it really was okay because again, it
didn't do anything that made me care.
Yes, it did. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, Iron Man getting punched in the chest, that shouldn't be the highlight of the trailer. Like, I don't know. Anyways.
But again, 2018 is right around the corner. Yeah, Jurassic World will clearly outgross that film, but I'm not going to say anything until they come out.
That's what you think, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I almost said fellas. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for rocking with us this day on this show. Happy holidays to you and yours. Did you like our Christmas list or our Christmas song list? Let us know what yours are down in the comment section below. Don't listen. Look, I like the Christmas songs. I like Lucas, whatever. But anyways, thank you for rocking with us. So you like our first looks. Tell me what you tell me. I really want to know what you thought about our first looks. Aquaman. I know the ladies are probably like loving that. So what did you think about that trailer? Oh, that picture. And for everyone else, you saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. What did you think about that awesome Sony trailer? I think the best looking Sony trailer I've ever seen. The best looking Spider-Man trailer I've seen since maybe Spider-Man 2. Let me know what you thought about it. I mean, again, Homecoming, for what it was, you didn't really have no swinging moments. To me, Spider-Man's essence is him jumping off high points. You didn't get that in Homecoming.
The whole point of being Spider-Man. Homecoming was Spider-Man presented by Disney.
Right. Like, you had him jump off that building, and the drop. What makes that drop so dope is the fact that he's right side up, upside down, and then they change the city. Yes, they change
the shot.
They make the city upside down, so it looks like he's. Oh my God, it looks so good. That shot looks so good, and the Jordan 1s. Anyway, so let me know what you thought about that trailer. Let us also know what you thought about the dinosaur trailer. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom trailer. Let's know what you thought about that.
You say the dinosaur trailer?
Yes, I really did. Let us know. Yeah, I really want to know what you guys thought about that trailer, because again, that's something where some of you might think Infinity War is going to shit on that movie. Some of you might think that movie, some of you, Lucas, might think that movie's going to shit on every movie coming out in 2018.
About box offices? Yes, he would think that it would outgross it, just like the first one outgrossed Age of Ultron. Of course.
But you know, nobody wants to sit down and think about it. I think the reason is because everyone thinks, you know, this is, you know, what everyone has been waiting for Avengers. But it's the fact that you did say.
That's all I gotta say. Jurassic Park was the top grossing movie of all time when it was released.
Mm-hmm.
If I told you we're going to continue a series, that first film was the top grossing movie of all time, why would you think it could possibly lose to other films in box office returns? It makes no sense here.
Other films are the Avengers Infinity War, where people have been waiting for 10 years.
Any film, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is, man.
All right, we closing out, man. We closing out. Anyways, Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams about to do a Star Trek movie. What do you guys think? Motherfuckers or nah? Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much for rocking with us again. It's been your boy Moe Crosby and it's been your boy Lucas. Let us know what you think about our show down in the comment section below. Like, thumbs up, visit Lucas' channel, Draw for the podcast. Let him know what you think about it. I show him the same love you show to us and Earth too. Again, 2018 is a big year for movies. We gave you our list a couple shows ago. And we're kind of going to keep talking about 2018's crop of movies the more like we get to know those. And I want to know what you guys think about 2018. Anyways, that's the show, ladies and that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy again, Moe Crosby, and from Lucas and Moe Vs The World. Peace and happy holidays.